The South African Weather Service has issued a level 5 warning for severe thunderstorms in Johannesburg. That's between 2 o'clock this afternoon and 11 o'clock tonight. So prepare yourselves for damaging winds, hail and heavy downpours. Flooding and lightning will impact communities. So if you're going to be out and about during this time, please do take caution and avoid low-lying areas. Well, let's get an update on the state of Joburg's roads now from the JMPD spokesperson, Xolani Fihla. Xolani, thank you very much for your time here on eNCA. So since last week, we've seen quite a lot of the Joburg roads flooded due to the rains. How are we looking today, especially with this morning coming up for more rains?
Thank you to you, Maseko, and let me also greet the viewers. Definitely, some roads were heavily affected following last week's thunderstorms and the continuous rainfall that we're having within the city. So our officers are on high alert. They remain on high alert and monitoring areas which were heavily affected and those which are also prone to flooding. So in Roodepoort, Albertina Sisulu Road remains closed off to traffic. That's between West Lake Road and 4th Road next to Florida Lake in Florida. And this is due to the flooding and structural damage on that section of the roadway. Then in Discovery, Kilburn Street is also closed off. That's at the low-lying bridge at Sid Dwyer Road. And this is due to structural damage as well. And a sinkhole has developed on that side of the roadway. In Wilgerhout Road in Heldercrane was also heavily affected, where we saw tarmac on the road surface being washed away. And then currently we've also received a report that there's a large crack that's developing on Hendrik Potgieter Road in Little Falls. That's between Zandvliet and Johan Road. Then also we know that Soweto was heavily hit by the downfall. By the rainfall, excuse me, and some structural damage was seen on some roads, and especially those that have low-lying bridges and those which are located in low-lying areas. Currently, Ndaba and Manote Street in Protea, that's been closed off now. JRA are on scene and they are trying to repair the damage. So that roadway has been closed off and officers are present there to ensure that traffic is being controlled.
That sounds like quite a lot of roads, and on top of that there's load shedding, and in the city of Johannesburg there's been an inability in some areas to bring the power back. So I can imagine JMPD officers can't even be out and about to assist with traffic because of the fact that there are downpours as well.
Definitely, it makes the job for us a bit difficult, especially when there's a rainfall. Officers unfortunately will have to take safety precautions when have to direct and control traffic, and especially added with load shedding doesn't make it easy at all. But officers, we can confirm that they are on the road. They are monitoring those areas, especially those which are hard hit and those which are also prone to flooding. And that's why we're also advising motorists to be aware of roads which are prone to flooding. And these are roads near the Jexkay River, the N1 at Maritzburg, the N3 at Linksfield Road, Belgrave Bridge in Bryanston, Allendale Road in Midrand, Morocco-Nansfield Road in Dubé, the N12 in Protea Industrial Park and in Lenasia, and also Abu Bakr Asfar Drive in Lenasia.
It sounds like quite, a lot of work. What kind of communication are you having with emergency services, for instance, and other stakeholders? Because it looks like we're going to have thunderstorms and heavy downpours in Johannesburg for a few days to come.
No, we're having a close relationship with all those departments. Fortunately, most of them are EMS and disaster management fall within the public safety department in the city of Johannesburg. So communication is clear on what needs to be done. And there's also other stakeholders which have assisted a lot, especially the South African police services and their search and rescue teams have assisted in ensuring that our people are safe. Those who are stuck in the floods, motorists, and also those in their homes were assisted in that period, and we'll ensure that we do assist if it does come to a push, that it does rain heavy and we find ourselves in the same situation that we did last week.
Right, Xolani, thank you for your time. Hopefully it does get a bit better. Xolani Fihla, he is the spokesperson of the Johannesburg Metro Police Department.